Series 1 of the Aisle Afterparty podcast is sponsored by David Mellor Family Jewellers, Hampshire's trusted family jeweller for nearly 50 years. From engagement rings and wedding bands to cufflinks, bridesmaids gifts and engraving, David Mellor Jewellers has everything you need to celebrate your special day in style. Discover their offering in store or online and let David Mellor Family Jewellers add a little extra sparkle to your love story. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Aisle Afterparty podcast. I'm Adam from A Knight's Tale Photography.
I'm Harry from I Do Flicks Wedding Videography. Fucking hell.
You sure? You sure you do flicks?
I'll get there in the end.
Okay.
We're good.
I'm Dean John from Dean John Professional DJ and Event Manager.
And I'm Amber from Amber Butler Photography.
Wow. So thank you for coming back for the 3rd episode. And we want to talk today about wedding guests, the good, the bad, and the slightly too tipsy. So we're just going to talk about, some of it from our experiences and some of it from messages that we've had from you, and we can just get started right now. So I think that there's several like classic guest types. Okay, these are like the cliched ones that everyone kind of thinks of. So let's start with the drunken dancer. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sure we've all seen a drunken dancer in our time, especially you, Dean, because you're there obviously later. Got any thoughts on that?
The more the merrier, to be honest. For me, the more people that want to dance early, especially as I think we talked about in the earlier episodes, when first dances are 7 o'clock in the evening, it's a summer's night, it's great to have people dancing at that point, to be honest. So for me, not everyone should get drunk. We don't promote that on this podcast, but people that are up for dancing early is a really good thing.
Yeah, okay. But have you had any bad experiences though, where it's gone a bit far? I mean, you said in the last episode about the guest who threw up in the photographer's bag.
So yeah, you see guests all the time that are completely out of it on the floor,
But if the guest is
being sick,
dancing,
smashing glasses, they're dancing, they're having fun, but that attracts more people.
There's also quite a spectrum there between throwing up in a camera bag and fucking just dancing on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So one's good, one's not.
Yeah.
I personally think that the drunken dancer is great because they're almost like the catalyst.
Yeah.
Like if there's just one person on the dance floor and it's this drunken guy or girl, then suddenly it does kind of almost promote other people to get up, or it scares the shit out of everyone else. They're like, nah, fuck that. But quite often I think, you see these people on the dance floor having fun, especially if it's before the first dance as well, because then you kind of, because sometimes that little lull from the breakfast until the cake cut, people don't really know what they're doing. So sometimes when, the music's vibing a little bit and people start dancing, that once the first dance happens, they're likely to come back up.
Well, that's it.
What do you think, Amber?
I knew you were going to do that. Yeah, I love it. I'm one of them at a wedding, so I think it's great. Yeah, I'll be the first one on the dance floor, so...
I'll tell you
makes
what
for great
photos is when the photographer has to dance to take their shots. I do that. That's a big thing, especially if you're an awkward photographer. It's like you have to dance in between everyone to take your shots. Do you do that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on the song.
Personally, I can't dance.
Depends if you're a good DJ or not.
I can't dance without drinking. I literally couldn't dance if I was sober.
I'm the same.
No, yeah.
But a few rum and cokes, that's it. I'm like Michael Jackson, do you know what I mean?
But when you're doing your photography, do you go and dance right in the middle around after the first dance when they're all vibing to a track? Do you go in and start moving around?
I might move a little bit, just so I'm kind of like, I don't look like just a sore thumb stood there. But at the same time, it's not about me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to make it about me. Because if I start dancing, all the guests are going to just stop and watch me and clap and cheer. They're going to love it. and I can't deal with that sort of attention.
No,
really?
Yeah.
I've had it before when there's been a photographer that's literally, there's a couple of photographers that go in, and I've had ones that can like full on robot and they do the full like
there's no robot
and then the guests like go in a big circle around them and they love it. Then they get their shots and then they're gone and they're home for match of the day.
So they're making it about them rather than the bride and groom. So so the drunk dancer, we've all experienced that and we love them. Okay, don't ever stop doing that. What about when you've got like, it's normally like an uncle with a camera. So again, you're probably not too worried about uncles with cameras. You probably don't really give a shit. Like if you see an uncle with a camera,
only for the all day stuff when they're like coming out the ceremony, like when you're sitting at the back seat, for instance. I had it recently where they're at the back seat and they are literally leaning down to the aisle shooting as each bridesmaid's gone down, and I'm thinking the one photographer and videographer who are obviously lone wolves up the top are shooting back. That woman is in every single and I had to tap on the shoulder after the second bridesmaid and just said, put your camera away.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends. Like, you think it could be like the uncle's only niece or nephew, and it is nice for them to take their own photos. And
also you have to be aware of what they've been told. Maybe they've been asked by a couple.
Yeah, I know, but I think sometimes I don't mind if guests have got like, you know, proper DSLR camera or whatever, but it's when they kind of like sidle up to you when you're taking photos and they're like, oh, what camera you got then? Oh, what lens are you using?
And then they post it before you've even sent your previews.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've had it before where do confetti shot. Doesn't happen that much with video, but I've had it where there's me and the photographer and then there's the guest stood next to the photographer.
Yeah.
We're all then coming back down the aisle like to do the confetti shot, and the photographer's looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like,
I know.
And and it was just a guest, brought his whole kit, he had tripods, everything, and the photographer wasn't teed up first. That I think is the if you're told ahead of time that's what's going to happen, then I think that's fair enough. But when it's a bit of a shock,
it just depends if they're getting in your way or not.
Yeah, if it comes at the price of your.
How would you politely deal with them if they were in your way? Are you capable of being polite?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
I would just be like, let me go first.
Let me go
and
first.
then you have your shot. I'd always let them have their shot, but I think when you set up the shot and they're in there first, then you just be like, well, sometimes people would just like, bride and groom would be like, let the photographer have their shot. I think you just work with them.
Okay, all right. So another example of a guest is the attention seeker. Okay, so the person that kind of makes it about them. You know, the one that, you know, obviously it's the bride and groom's day, but then there's a guest. Maybe it's the woman that turns up wearing white.
I've never understood that.
Well, exactly. But
I always find it's mother of the bride or stepmum.
Yes, yeah.
Stepmum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a little bit awkward as well because you see the glares as the bride's walking down the aisle and she clocks her for the first time. She's like, yeah.
What about
the
cream?
evil stepmother.
Yeah.
What about cream?
Yeah, I think you can get away with cream. I mean, it's like borderline, isn't it? But but you still know it was a conscious decision.
I know.
Yeah.
To do that.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Because I've had a guest who had cream, but she was adamant it was yellow.
Wow.
It was definitely not yellow.
Let's talk about hues again, aren't we?
Oh my God, don't mention that.
Okay, and what about like, you know, there's certain people that, you know, they tend to find their way into every group photo. Like I did a wedding. We did a wedding a couple of months ago, and there was one particular guy. I was going around doing table shots of you know, of all the guests, and this one guy just ran to every table. So he was in every photo. I mean, to be fair, it was funny.
I think
it was funny. It was funny, but when the bride and groom look back at their photos, they're like, why is he in every single group photo?
That's not as good as a pegging, to be honest, isn't it?
True.
It's out there. It was the same guy.
Yeah.
But no, I think if you've got a guest that does that, chances are it's not going to be a rogue action that they're not. It's not going to be them out of character. I would assume that they look back through this picture and be like, of course it was him doing that.
Yeah.
And then they'll look at it with fond memories and be like, of course that was him. Like, we wouldn't expect any less from that guy.
Yeah.
And they'll think it's funny. Or just don't invite him in the first place if you know he's going to end up being a dickhead.
Yeah, there's that as well. But everyone has a dickhead at their wedding, don't they?
True.
Sometimes it's me.
And you get paid to be there.
Yeah, so apologies. Okay, and then what about like the kind of the social media influencer, you know, the guest that live streams the ceremony? Have you ever had that?
No. Normally,
Okay,
I mean,
chat.
most of the time, they just say not to have phones out, so you don't really get that now.
Yeah, but that's another thing.
the point.
How many unplugged messages? Unplugged. We all know what unplugged means, right? We don't need to break and.
That's all right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some people
So
call
you're
it
supposed to pull
wardrobe.
your plug out before the ceremony starts.
No.
You like
Some people call that raw dogging,
that? Okay.
isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
another day.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
So an unplugged ceremony.
Not another one.
Where unplugged ceremony.
What's wrong with you? Seriously.
I thought you was
Oh
rubbing
my
his
god.
leg.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Finish
The
the
unplugged
sentence.
ceremony. The registrar will literally tell all of the guests, phones on.
Don't mind me. I'm just
What's
crying.
wrong with you?
I'm just crying in the corner.
Seriously. What's wrong with you?
But yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh.
No phones during ceremony, but people still fucking ignore it, and yeah, that's an annoying guest.
Yes.
Indeed.
And I'll come back to that.
Influences a wedding's great. The more the better, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I think I think having, if there's influencers there, it's great because their content is going viral potentially at that wedding. So as suppliers, if we get to know them and embrace what they do, we can probably get something out of it ourselves as well. And then they start following us on social media, and we can have. I've had it before. It's happened. It works
I think
well.
that's very specific to your role though.
Yeah.
Because you are a kind of front facing, like you're entertainment, right? So you're supposed to be in the foreground, you're supposed to be noticed, whereas we're supposed to be invisible, basically. So
I try and blend in. That's why I don't wear a big red Toastmaster suit and have a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be honest, that's it. I get it all the time. People say to me, "We thought you were a guest. We thought you were the groom's cousin or brother
Or the waiter.
or something." Which for me, if I can go away from an all-day wedding and people say that, then I know I've done my job, because I'm not, as you say, and we keep talking about it, it's not about us. It's about the couple.
Yeah. Okay.
Amen.
Okay. So that was some good examples of some typical guests. I'm sure we'll cover a lot more later on in the episode. But so the next segment is guests gone wild. Okay. Wild. Right.
Okay. Raw dogging.
Have you got? Wow. Okay. Have you got any examples of guests gone wild?
I do.
Good. Because
I
this
got
would have been a
two.
rubbish segment.
I got two.
Yeah.
So the first one, circling back to Uncle with the camera.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with the camera. I had a wedding. It was outdoor. It was lush, right? It was like my aisle shot. So typically, if it's outdoor and I can, my aisle shot, I'll hide my camera so that it's not in the background for like the photographer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Halfway through the ceremony, I had to have been an uncle. He dressed like an uncle.
Yeah.
Right. They all dress the same, don't they? Uncles. I'm an uncle. And
Yeah, I mean, so am I. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, but you could spot a mile off, can't
Okay.
you, right?
Okay.
Uncles. Anyway, so he stood at the end of the aisle, right in front of my lens, right? So all I can see is the back of him,
Yeah.
and then you can just see his arms like this, and he's just doing this all the way through, straight after the unplugged message. And that was annoying.
Yeah.
But so that's just circling back to what we were talking about just a minute ago.
Yeah.
My ultimate, most annoying thing that's ever happened. I was filming speeches. Now, with speeches, I set up multiple cameras, so I'm getting different things, different perspectives, guest reactions, bride and groom reactions, speaker, all that kind of jazz, right? I'm filming, I'm over here with one camera, the others are fine, they don't need babysitting. I've got one camera pointing at the bride and groom, and then I think it was an uncle again. Anyway, whoever it was, he stood up, looked in the lens, and then he turned my camera and pointed it at the speaker, and then came up to me afterwards and said, "Oh, I moved your camera because it was pointing in the wrong direction."
Wow.
And I was like that.
Oh my god.
No, you did not. No, you did not. And then, but what he actually did, he moved it, but then he actually stopped recording as well. So he turned it off. I was livid. I don't think the bride and groom actually know about that. So.
Did you not tell them?
Great work.
No, I wasn't gonna, because I had two other angles. It was
Oh,
fine.
okay, you had.
That's why you're a pro, because you got more than one camera.
Yeah, but I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, look, 1, 2, 3. But this is why I was like, I was livid, I was seething at the time, and I could have quite easily like just gone and be like, one of your guests is. But then what's the point? It's done
as long
now.
as you've still got it, it's okay.
Yeah.
You just have to
What's
say something if you hadn't recorded
even when
it.
the uncle stood in front of the lens, I really wanted to send a clip to the bride and groom and be like, look. But again, I didn't. And what's annoying about that is it makes me look bad, because it's like, oh, why don't you have the angle that you're using at the start? And I can't be like, you know, for this reason, I just don't use it.
Throw him under the bus, mate.
Oh, I'm not like that.
Okay.
Good to know you are, though.
Well, you know, nothing's happened like that. I mean, well, no, something did happen to me once, and I didn't throw him under the bus because, to be honest with you, I'm worried they might have beaten me up. So, because they were quite a rough. All I'm going to say is they were quite a rough bunch, right? And I was in this venue, and I was photographing the first dance, and then there's like a balcony above me, and I'm literally stood there. I'm stood there taking photos.
Where's that?
Yeah, I'm not going to mention the venue.
What were their names?
I was taking photos of this first dance, and there's a balcony above me, and next thing I know, I feel this liquid all over me. Luckily, it was just lemonade, right? But it went on my camera, and now my camera screen is a little bit damaged because of this lemonade that was poured. And I looked up, and it was just a couple of guys laughing at me, and I was just like, fuck. You know, I was just so angry. But I was doing the first dance, well, photographing it, I wasn't dancing. But it was just, you know, when you're just like, I'm not going to make a scene. And my camera hasn't been right ever since.
Do you know where I thought you were going with that? Have you seen Kevin and Perry Go Large?
Yeah.
Where they're on the dance floor and then they all get puked on from the balcony.
Oh.
That's what I thought you were going to...
That has happened to me, though. But it wasn't at a wedding.
Please do tell. Oh, okay.
No,
and when you were saying that they were rough and stuff, I thought it was going to be a different liquid.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was lemonade.
Ejaculate.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I wasn't going quite there. I was just thinking.
You're making me worried. No, you're making me worried. Because
was it warm?
The only reason I think it's lemonade is because it was sticky.
Oh no.
And clear.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't taste. I wasn't like.
Yeah. But you
Right,
never know. You'll never know.
Let's assume it was lemonade. Okay.
Yeah. They might come forward and let you know what it was. But
I know this is not to do with weddings, but it's just a segue. Okay. I was at a fairground when I was about, 16, 17 with a group of mates, and it was a local one in Southampton, and on the Common. And there was this ride that kind of goes like, you know, the one that kind of goes, it's like two people sat on a thing, and it goes like up and round, up, and it goes really fast, right? Sorry.
All I can see on the camera is your hand just going straight in front of our faces like this.
And I wasn't on the ride. I wasn't on the ride. You're right.
Yeah, take the iPad, mate, as well. I'm not out with that.
So I wasn't on the ride. I was stood.
I felt I was on the ride then. Jesus.
If you play the cards right, mate. No, I was stood off the ride. My mate was on it. Next thing I know, I got covered in sick.
Oh.
And out of all the people on that ride, it was my mate that was sick on me. And I was like, you know, we were on a night out. I was hoping to like meet some girls that night, and I was covered in sick. So I made him carry my sick-covered jumper around or whatever I was wearing, and I made him give me his shirt because it was unacceptable.
Yeah.
But what are the chances of that? Your mate being sick on you on a ride that spins around like that. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a segue.
Might cut that bit out.
That's fine. Cut all of it out, mate. It just reminded me when you said about Kevin Perry. Okay, so any other examples of guests gone wild?
I had a guest who was absolutely smashed off her face by the first course of the wedding breakfast, and she was like heckling and all sorts of stuff during dinner. So the music was pretty upbeat anyway, but she got on the chair, she stood up, she was swinging a napkin while everyone's having like their main meal. And then when the speeches come on, every time someone spoke, she literally got up and shouted stuff, and she was getting restrained by her family. And then it went into the evening. We were literally going to do the cake cut and the first dance, and she was absolutely all over the place on the dance floor.
Was she like part of the bridal party?
No, she was just a guest at the family member, like
Just
long
that's
lost
just really entertaining,
cousin.
isn't it?
So I find when gone.
And then she got literally ejected by a bridesmaid. The security tried to get her out and they couldn't, so then two bridesmaids, or one bridesmaid actually, just literally said, see you later. And they took her out, put her in a taxi, so she didn't make the first dance. But that was her wedding experience.
So when people heckle during speeches, right, I think that's quite funny, or it can be. But what I find annoying is when I'm recording it, those people that are heckling aren't usually mic'd up. So when you watch it back, you can't actually hear what's being said, and it just interrupts. It just, I don't know, it's weird.
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's alright the first time, but when they keep doing it,
I
think that's when it's...
Then it's like centre of attention guest.
Yeah, exactly. It's always one of them. I was at a wedding once where, so it was during the drinks reception, and everyone was like outside drinking, lovely sunny day, and they had a magician, and he was amazing, and he was going around doing his tricks in front of different groups of people. And then I think it was the best man or one of the groomsmen. He just randomly, I think the groomsman didn't like the fact that the magician was making this groomsman's girlfriend laugh. So the groomsman went up to the magician, went behind him and literally just picked him up in like a bear hug and just picked him up. And the magician, who I'm friends with, oh my god, the magician who I'm friends with, like afterwards we chatted about it, and he was like, it was the most awkward moment of his life.
Where did he plonk him to?
Well, no, he just kind of lifted him up, and then the magician's like, ha 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 ha, really funny, yeah, put me down, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do in that situation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it was so awkward. But yeah, so that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
As you can imagine. And then I had another one where the best man was doing his speech, and he was effing and blinding the whole time. And afterwards, the groom's mum told him off.
Love
so
that. Love, groom's mums always, they put people back in that box.
Yeah, they're lush.
They're lush.
Shout out to groom's
They're
mums.
lush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, any other examples?
Not particularly.
No
I mean,
wild
I've had
guests.
like best man being too drunk to do a speech.
Mm-hmm.
Had grooms being too wasted to say anything other than thanks for coming. Nothing too, just the standard.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, so we're going to have a quick fire round. Okay, so I'm going to give you. Let's hope this goes better than last time. Yeah. So I'm going to give you.
Choose one.
Choose one.
And
okay?
quickly just give the answer. Don't talk about anything
Yeah.
else because that will annoy him.
Don't go.
That iPad gets like this.
Yeah. Now, if you feel like you must elaborate, that's fine. You can, but just pick.
Oh.
Well, no. I'm just
make up
saying,
your mind.
no.
It's either A or B, and
Right.
now you want us to do a full spiel.
I've got.
We're not allowed to say both.
Okay.
Yeah, don't say both.
Don't sit on the fence.
Don't say
That's
both.
it, right,
Because it's just
right.
not fun, is it?
Okay.
I want, I've got 7 to get. 7 to get through. So we can elaborate on some or not.
Well, let's do it then. What are you waiting for? Yeah, let's do it.
Right, ready? Okay, but
Amber first.
I'll go round. Okay, I'll go round. Okay. So this in this particular scenario, what's worse?
Okay.
Either uncle with a camera, or the guest with the iPhone doing live stream.
Uncle.
Uncle for sure.
Live stream.
Uncle.
Cool. So uncle with a camera is the worst. Okay, out of those two. Okay, number 2. Speech that's too long, or a speech that's too short.
Too long.
Nothing worse than long speeches.
Too long for me, probably too short for you.
I'm torn. So too long. When it hits an hour and I'm like, oh, this is going to take me forever to edit.
Yeah.
But then if it's done in 3 minutes, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to make a film out of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I use the speech. So 20 minutes is like the perfect. For 3 speeches, 20 minutes, perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of 7 minutes each, 5 to 7 minutes, that's bang on.
Yeah.
But then I've had it where there's like 7 speeches and they're 10, 15 minutes each. And I'm like, I don't even know if I've got enough batteries for this.
Yeah.
Can I just say that's not it? Like, you just say the answer because that's what Adam said.
No, we're allowed to.
No, it's fine.
Can we
I said
do
We're
that?
allowed to be on the fence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said we can elaborate a little bit.
Sorry,
I said
the
we don't-
first round we were like bang, 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 and that's it. We all sat there waiting.
No, I said we don't have. I said we don't have to drag out each one.
Okay.
But we
So
can.
we're allowed to talk
we
about
can
it.
because it's a podcast. We're
Brilliant.
talking.
I think I like them quite short because it's not personally for me. I think you can just see guests getting a bit like when you're halfway through and it's too long. There's nothing else to capture because guests are just just like,
I think it depends on
there's
the quality.
Yeah, if there's a lot
Exactly.
of laughter and it's, that's great. But otherwise, I've got nothing to take a photo of.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Some people were born to do public speaking.
Yeah.
And those speeches, I'm like, please don't finish.
Yeah.
They keep going.
I know.
And then there's others where they're like, I would just like to thank my pet dog.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fucking, I'll just leave it there, mate. You're
Yeah.
I know.
like, this is getting boring.
And you always think when the best man goes, right, we're not allowed to talk about a stag do, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, that is the best part of a best man speech. Do it.
The thank yous kill me.
Yeah.
Like when they want to thank the person who made the cake who's a family friend, and they stand up and then it's like thank the bridesmaids, then the groomsmen, then the venue, then the just do it in one hit and then just get a clap.
I don't thank everyone for making this happen.
Literally, that takes that.
Although I don't mind when they give us a shout out. I do quite like that. That's happened a lot this year.
That's it. All right.
Not gloating, but just saying.
Good for you.
That along with a little goodie bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're sold.
Straight in.
Yeah, after the episode, well, just about 2 days
got one.
2 days before episode 1 came out, I got a goodie bag, and it's as if they'd seen the video.
Straight
hadn't even come out
Amazing.
yet. Yeah, buzzing.
Love it.
Keep it up, guys.
My answer to that, I'd rather the speech was too short.
Yeah.
But I get that with, because you guys, you take a couple of photos of each speaker, and then that's your job.
Exactly.
Done,
Exactly. Sometimes if it's too long, you're just taking photos for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Yeah, I if it's a funny one, it's great because you get a lot of reaction and a lot of good photos. Otherwise, if it's just you
But
just
not
get
being
people
funny,
just like deadpan.
How many people go back at a wedding album and go, I'll tell you what, I love them photos of the speeches. Like for me, it's more about the video. This is why you need a videographer at your wedding.
I feel like there is definitely a priority during. Like sometimes if a photographer can get in my shot quite a lot, I do think which is going to be more important to the couple. Like when you're kind of cutting across, because I know you've got a job to do, right? Fair enough, but just be mindful that in this moment of the day, what I'm doing is potentially more valuable than the one photo that you're taking at that point. That's, I don't know, that is definitely me being
100%.
biased, but
yeah.
There's only key ones, like if it's a bride and groom and he's holding her hand and talking to her and telling her the final part about how much he loves her, million shot, and obviously the dad, father of the bride, that's a key one.
Yeah.
But best man, who cares that the best man's standing up doing a speech? Realistically, for that photographer to shoot that, in my opinion, I'm not going to go to my wedding album and go, I'll let it as my best man doing a speech.
Yeah, I know, but it's not just about.
It's the reactions, I get that, but again.
Yeah, but it's like when I take a photo of some shoes, like the bride shoes. Like no one's going to go up to their album and go, oh look at those shoes. It's not always about what you want to put on your wall.
We're going on a tangent, but
no, I know.
I get what you're saying.
It's about telling the story.
An album, a gallery is a story, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So just a few reaction shots to the best man's speech or the groom's speech or whatever, in the photo gallery. You might never look at that photo again, but it's nice to see, in my opinion. So what about? Well, this is I guess only for you because you're the DJ, but we can all answer it, I guess. So the person who requests play something good versus can you put ABBA on again?
When you say play something good, is that being like them being like?
Yeah, you're like basically being a dick.
Yeah.
Like, they come up to you saying play something good.
When does the good music start?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. That's always good when the bride and groom have said play rock all night and then they come up and ask for something else.
Yeah,
So,
like Michael Bublé.
Yeah,
So what would you prefer out of those two?
definitely play ABBA.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I'd love a bit of ABBA.
At a push, if I have to. It's a great song.
Dancing
ABBA are
Queen.
great, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But once you've played Gimme Gimme, Hit Me Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia, it's like, really, are we going down the ABBA album?
Yeah. I wouldn't go ABBA because I don't like ABBA.
Some
All right.
people are like that.
Nobody's
Don't
perfect.
play ABBA, don't play Ed Sheeran, don't play Taylor Swift. Then you go to another wedding, all I want to hear is Taylor Swift. So it's like everyone to their own.
I know. As soon as I hear, do you remember? I know that my party started.
Okay, so pick one. Sorry, which is worse, shall I say? The attention-seeking guest wearing white or the one wearing Crocs?
If anyone came to a wedding wearing Crocs, sorry.
I've had brides turn into Crocs.
Oh, I've
yeah.
had that, but
They're
that's
like-
fine.
yeah.
Because that's about
That's
comfort.
fine.
I think that's fine, but I
don't think Crocs are ever fine.
no, I don't.
No, never.
No.
I've seen a new side of Crocs as well. So you've got sport mode. I had someone wearing them in reverse mode the other day.
Sorry,
What's
sport mode.
Apparently, sport mode. You know the little strap around the back,
Yeah.
right? Apparently, if you flip it forward, that's
Makes you
called
go quicker.
sport mode.
Wow.
So, I
that.
think so.
Huh?
Anyway.
People move quicker.
So it just means they're
I
easy
don't
to take
know.
off.
Yeah.
Have you ever put one on? They're really uncomfortable.
I've just not.
Really
I've never-
weird. They feel
so
really
I've been
weird.
told that if I wear them, I'll love them. So I'll never try them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I respect my feet too much.
It's like wearing white socks with flip flops back when we were younger.
I do that. I do
was,
that
yeah,
now.
but that was like a real bad thing. If you did that, you'd be like. Oof. Now it's like the cool thing
I
to
don't
do,
know.
right?
Yeah.
And Crocs is in that.
So what was it? White dress.
So the guest, the attention-seeking guest wearing a white dress, or a guest wearing Crocs. What's worse?
Crocs.
Crocs.
Crocs 1,000,000%.
White dress.
Okay. So if it was your wedding and one of your guests was wearing a white dress, would that be?
Even though you were better looking than them,
And there was
would you,
another
would
guest
you
wearing
really
Crocs.
care? Would you really bother? Would you?
If they were better looking and wearing white and
Yeah.
Then you're in trouble. Yeah. Seriously.
You can go.
And they were an influencer.
Okay. So the last segment is questions from our listeners. Okay, and also comments that we've had. So I think you've all got a question from a listener. So Amber, do you want to start?
Yeah, Jess from Manchester. We're planning a relaxed summer wedding, but my mum keeps pushing for a formal sit-down meal. Can a buffet still feel elegant?
Good question.
That's a good question.
I think yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It can, as long as you don't rush your wedding breakfast. Because I've seen it before, where you've had like 2 courses and it's just so quick. Like people have sat down, you've got 50 guests, they've all gone up, they've had their buffet, and you might have 1 speech or 2 speeches. So it's about trying to eke it out. Maybe cut the cake at the start
Yeah.
to then put that out with some tea and coffee, just to make it last that a little bit longer.
And I think, I don't know why, but a buffet just works more in the summer. I don't know, it just has more of that vibe.
Well, it's
Like-
usually
Yeah.
a barbecue, isn't it?
Yeah,
like a barbecue buffet,
like-
and that does make sense.
Or
Yeah.
hog roast?
Hog roast, yeah.
Yeah, I think they can work, definitely. But I think with a 3-course meal, I think that's probably, it's definitely going to be classier to have a 3-course sit-down meal,
Yeah.
if that's what you're going for. But I
Yeah,
think
but
buffets serve a purpose.
So it depends on how the buffet's laid out. If it's
Well,
one
yeah.
where you grab a plate and you go up, or if it's one where they put loads of stuff in the middle of the table and then you
Yeah.
kind of...
That is lush.
Those are 2
yeah.
different... Yeah, so that is quite civilised and formal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still a buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's maybe the middle ground. But then you've also got, like I said, the stand-up, sort of dinner room,
Yeah.
like going to,
It's alright if it's like a
Oliver
hog
Twist.
roast or something,
Yeah.
because that's just what you would do. You would go up and get.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
It's about all the stuff that goes with it. I think some
Yeah.
venues, you say they can do, you have every sauce that you can ever think of
Yeah.
on one like barrel at the end, and
Yeah.
then you've got all this different salad stuff. Then you've got, as
Yeah.
opposed to just having your meat, 1 potato
Exactly.
salad and some tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
True,
it makes
true.
a
Depends how
difference
they
how,
lay it
it's laid
out.
out, and how it looks. And
Yeah.
if the chef serves it and stuff as well, it's quite a nice touch.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But then are they doing the buffet for cost effectiveness? Because then you're not going to get the chef bringing it out and stuff like.
Yeah. So.
What's the reason for doing the buffet? Is it because you want a more relaxed and casual vibe?
Mm.
Because if so, then then you need to say that to the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
We're not going for
I
what you're
don't
after.
think
Yeah.
costs are an issue. I think it's just.
So
I think it
it's-
goes back to formal
Having
dressing.
it more
like every
relaxed.
wedding in England has to be the same. That's what I've found overdoing it for so long. We've
Yeah.
always got to do speeches, always got to be a first dance at this time. We've always got a cake cut.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want a barbecue, great. Don't have speeches. If you don't want them, don't have them. It's
Yeah.
about tailoring your day to
Exactly. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
there, you're spending enough money on it.
Yeah, I think
Why let-
so many people follow the tradition, and like all traditional weddings go, as you say, like the speeches, etc. But I
Yeah.
don't think everyone needs to be following that.
I feel like I'm getting more and more people breaking the mould now,
Yeah.
and
for sure.
I respect it. I
Yeah,
think-
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at a wedding recently. It was they had afternoon tea,
Yeah.
with scones. Sorry, do you say scones or scones?
I can't remember.
Scone.
Can't remember.
Well, sometimes I say it one way, and
Scone.
sometimes I say it the other way.
I'm a scone.
Oh, yeah.
See,
I never,
when I hear you say that, I think it sounds posh, but then
And
I
I'm
know.
not
Pausing, I
posh.
need
I know
advice.
that's what I mean.
Sorry. Am I allowed to pause?
You can, but not halfway through a conversation.
Jesus Christ.
She went off for a scone.
Carry on.
You don't
Scone.
Scone. There's an E on
Scones.
it in scone.
scone like
Drone.
no,
You don't
like,
go dron, do
no,
you?
What about
No,
gone?
gone.
Oh, okay.
scone. Anyway, sorry.
Remember?
Scone.
So yeah, if you could let us know, do you say
Scone?
scone or scone? That'd be brilliant because we're fascinated to
And if you'd like to sponsor the podcast, at that point we would love any scones or scones, or however you would say it, on the table here to try halfway through.
The other question: jam on first or cream on first?
Cream on first.
Cream.
Yeah.
No, jam first, then
No.
cream on.
Why would you put
No, you
jam?
do
Because
cream
then your
base
cream
and then you
gets all
dollop the-
messy.
No, because the jam goes onto the layer of the scone, and then the cream just pummels the top. If you put the cream, the jam can get lost all over the place.
100%.
No, I think
jam
you're
first.
I think you're a
Right.
psychopath.
I'll
What
take
did I
that.
say?
No, because
Because I
one
like
of them-
scones
No,
the way
I'm
they are.
confused. What did
Yeah,
I
see, we
even
eat scones.
say?
You said cream first, then jam.
Yeah, cream then jam.
No. So one
No,
of
it's
them's
jam
one
first.
of
I
them's
don't even
Corn-
like jam, so
One of them's Cornish, one of them's
wouldn't have it.
Devon, I think, right? So Devon and Cornwall do it differently.
Mhm.
I can't remember which one's which, but jam first. Yeah?
I'm jam first, and then.
All right, so
I'm
it's 2
cream
against
on
2,
top.
all right, whatever.
I would just have cream anyway. So I don't really know why I answered.
I would say back to the buffet. If they're gonna have,
Great,
if they're gonna have
great.
buffet, have some kind of decent canapes
True.
at that point as well. Because a buffet is great, but it doesn't fill people up.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to bring out in the evening? Like, you're going to bring a cheese board out because you've already given everyone barbecue type food.
True.
Dean, way to bring it back, man.
Well done.
Good for you, mate.
Well
That's
done.
great.
Okay, let's go to my question then. Next question here. So mine is an anonymous DJ from Eastleigh. What's your absolute
Did you
no-go?
write in?
Yeah, it's for me. It's for me. Did you just interrupt me then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You love it.
Sorry. What's your absolute no-go wedding song? Mine's Cha Cha Slide. Brilliant.
Do you
Great shout.
remember?
I hate it when people. The cha-cha is that's a no for me.
Yeah, no.
I've had that before where they've said literally don't play any dance routines, but on their favourite top 10 tracks they want me to play, it's got like
YMCA.
Hot and I Joe or something. I
I
think
had it where they said to the DJ, "Do not play it," and then it's the very first song that comes on after the first
Class.
dance, and I see the bride and groom looking at each other like,
I don't like anything by Boney M. And that includes Christmas music. by Boney M.
Rasputin, done. That's all it. That's
No,
it. That's
just-
it. That's
don't know
a
what it
track
is.
that you only would ever play at a wedding, I would say.
It just goes through me. I don't know what it is.
To be honest,
September.
when you're a wedding DJ and that's what you predominantly do, every song goes through you. Mr. Brightside, Free from Desire, Murder on the Dance Floor, thanks to TikTok, is great because as soon as you go on TikTok and you hear a trend, like when people were walking out of the ceremony, Everlasting Love, Natalie Cole, it's
Yeah.
literally like the song probably this year that everyone's used.
Really? Is it,
It's
quite an
yeah,
old song, isn't it?
It is. It's like, oh, let's play that.
Well, or at last, Etta James.
Yeah, occasionally.
No, you don't get that much.
No.
So I've heard that quite a lot. Okay. Because it's kind of like quite funny, isn't it? At last.
But music is about bringing everyone together, so hopefully everyone seems to
Yeah.
like some track or some genre, and that's the thing with a wedding. It's the same as a Christmas party. You have loads of different tables that all like different things, and you trying to. Whereas in a club DJ, you're going into that club because they play funky house, so you're all gonna like funky house. So you can't really get it too far wrong.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Your question?
My question.
Go.
Liam, a videographer from Devon. What's your stance on couples sending Pinterest boards, helpful or overwhelming? I would say it's a little bit of both. Like, it's nice to know what the couple are expecting, but at the same time, I would like to think that they book you because they like your creative mind and they like the way that you do things. So I think, yeah, it's like, cheers for sending it, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, that's fine. We'll kind of work through it after. I'm happy to do revisions as well if people aren't.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that you've watched enough of my films that you kind of know what you're going to roughly get, especially aesthetically.
Yeah.
Because a Pinterest board, like, that's going to be more looks, vibes, and aesthetics, right?
Yeah, and also most of them are styled shoots, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they're not even real weddings.
Exactly. But yeah, I think for video, it might apply more to photo, to be fair.
Yeah, like occasionally you'd get like Pinterest, but a lot of them are styled like editorial shoots and they're not your style. So
But the Pinterest ones might be like the trends, photo trends,
Yeah.
kind of thing, like, you know, you get like the New York style or like the Vegas couple that like, you know, the sunglasses and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. So those I get, but that doesn't really apply to video, I don't think.
no.
And they've
No,
seen
fair
your work, to be honest, so they see how
Yeah.
you shoot and your
Exactly.
style. So
That's-
to be
that's
honest,
exactly it,
like
yeah.
I would say, just let you do you.
100%. Wow, I think that's the end of episode 3. So I mean, no wedding story is complete, without a little chaos. That's what makes it memorable. So the next episode 4, is going to be about wedding regrets. So get excited for that one. Thanks very much. Thanks for the team. I'll be back. Sorry, I've got to do that now.
Yeah.
We would like to thank David Mellor Jewellers for sponsoring our podcast, the Aisle Afterparty.
Thank you.